Hello and welcome to Med4 Care. Today's topic is general anesthesia, the preliminary procedures. Let's find out what it is. The anesthesiological visit. No one shall be subjected to general anesthesia without first having had an interview with the anesthetist. During the anesthesiological examination, the anesthesiologist doctor collects the patient's medical history, evaluate the characteristics of the patient related to the anesthesiological activity, focusing in particular on the possible difficulty in tracheal intubation with the criteria for difficult intubation, prescribes instrumental investigations, spirometry, electrocardiogram, blood and urine tests. Requires additional specialist visits for subjects with particular pathologies. Cardiological examination. Pneumatological examination. Assess the anesthesiological risk associated with the procedure. Collects the consent to anesthesia and in particular to general anesthesia, specifying the degree of risk. The preparation for general anesthesia. The patient must scrupulously follow the fast from solid food for at least 6 hours before surgery, and from fluids for at least 4 hours before surgery. The only exception is the possibility of taking a sip of water to take the usual medications when agreed with the anesthesiologist during the visit. Entering the operating room, the recognition procedure. Upon arrival in the operating room, the patient is subjected to the recognition procedure. This procedure is part of the intraoperative checklist, in particular the initial part, called sign-in. During this phase, we check the personal data, the type of surgery, the signing of the consent to surgery, anesthesia in general and general anesthesia specifically. It then occurs that the patient is fasting and his allergies are controlled, so as to avoid administering drugs to which the person is allergic or intolerant. The monitoring of vital signs. Once the preliminary check is made, the patient is monitored for vital signs, to check the basic values before anesthesia. Oxygen saturation, blood pressure, and an electrocardiogram are typically monitored. Venous channeling and other preliminary procedures. The next step involves channeling a peripheral vein, typically to the upper limb. It is a fundamental procedure for the administration of anesthesia drugs. For some operations, it is necessary to place additional venous access, in particular when particular intraoperative positions are foreseen. When the surgery is very delicate, or when the patient's condition is very demanding, it may be necessary to also place arterial access, or put a plastic cannula inside one of the arteries, usually the upper limb, in order to control blood pressure, instant by instant. At this point, the patient is ready for surgery. We are now at the end of today's video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you found it useful, please support us with a nice like and subscribe to the channel. See you soon on Med4 Care. Bye.